What's going on, guys? Welcome to Everything Always. My name's Michael Roman, aka Allfairs. Now, it's been a while since we've gotten any official updates or announcements, and especially from the actors themselves, mostly because there's been an actor strike going in for the majority of this year. But today, finally, Collider caught up with Tom Holland himself and asked him about Spider-Man 4, and while his quote was pretty revealing about how he feels about the character, and we will get into that some, I think it might unnecessarily cause drama, as it sort of implied that it wasn't a done deal or a surefire thing he'd be back for Spider-Man 4, and I have my own thoughts and takes on that. We're going to break down his exact quote, what he said about the upcoming fourth installment for the Spider-Man franchise in the MCU, and then delve a little bit into the rumors about what's been going on with some of these side projects like Kraven and Madam Web. There may be something on the horizon that brings it all together, and that thing may be Spider-Man 4. We're breaking it all down, Tom Holland's latest quotes about returning as Spider-Man and Peter Parker, but first, if you could grab the subscribe button. We do daily Marvel content at the channel, and that's all we do. Everything from official Easter egg breakdowns, trailers, and reviews, to the occasional industry insider report and everything in between. So if that sort of thing's for you, hit the subscribe button, leave a comment down below. That will automatically enter you to win our ongoing PS5 giveaway. We've got two right around the corner, one for What If and one for Echo in the coming months. Again, all you gotta do be a sub, leave a comment if you want, stick around to the end of the video. We get into all the giveaway stuff again there. Okay, so again, as I mentioned in the prologue, this broke via Collider this afternoon under the headline, Tom Holland will only play Spider-Man again if it's worth the while, where they go on to say, quote, Peter Parker's absence in the Marvel Cinematic Universe is becoming more noticeable, as a sequel to Spider-Man No Way Home has not been officially filmed or officially scheduled. The studio is taking its time to find a worthy story for the character. Tom Holland feels very protective over Spider-Man's character and wants to protect its legacy. He won't make another film just for the sake of it and believes it has to be worth the character's while. The Spider-Man 4 sequel has yet to be announced, creating one of the longest gaps between the sequels in the franchise. They then report that during a quote recent press conference with the Critics' Choice Association attended by Collider's Christina Radish, Holland mentioned the following regarding his next Spider-Man appearance, quote, all I can say is that we've been actively engaging in conversations about what it could potentially look like for a fourth rendition of my character. Whether or not we can find a way to do justice to the character is another thing. I feel very protective over Spider-Man. I feel very, very lucky that we were able to work on a franchise that got better with each movie and that got more successful with each movie, which I think is really rare, and I want to protect his legacy. So I won't make another one for the sake of making another one. It will have to be worth the while of the character. Now, number one, he sounds a lot like Chris Evans. In fact, it sounds like he's just parakeeting what Chris Evans says about his Captain America character. And while I do agree it is rare for there to be 3 movies in a trilogy franchise and for them to get better and more successful each time, and I also agree with the success of No Way Home looming sort of large over Spider-Man 4, and with the current box office numbers for the MCU, I can see and understand a little caution or trepidation on Tom Holland's part to jump into a 4th Spider-Man movie. He doesn't want to see it bomb or do much worse than Spider-Man 3. But on the other hand, I think he may be just selling the drama a little bit. I'll remind you, this is the same guy that on the exact same day during the Spider-Man No Way Home press junket issued 2 quotes, one of which said, I'll play Spider-Man until they don't want me to play Spider-Man anymore, and I think I shouldn't play Spider-Man past 30. So sometimes I feel like Tom Holland does just sell the drama a bit when it comes to his character, and especially when it comes to this, because no, Tom, you wouldn't be just making a 4th movie for the sake of it. You'd be making it for life-changing generational money. Now, it is true that Tom Holland took an entire year off of acting because he wanted to take a break, and people do change. At some point when you make enough money, and especially for actors of his size now that he's been in the Spider-Man franchise, if he didn't want to work again, he really wouldn't have to. If he wanted to take a couple of years off and then make indie films, he could also do that too. The world is literally Tom Holland's oyster, but he's able to say things like this right now because he's not currently under contract with Sony, or at least not by all reports. If they've renewed their contract, it wasn't reported before the actor strike, and it hasn't been reported since. So he's allowed to say, hey, I might not come back now, but once Sony and Marvel get him under contract, which they surely will, for not only a new trilogy of movies, but the rest of the Secret Wars saga, Tom Holland's Spider-Man is going to be there. But is he going to be the only one? And I think that that has a lot to do with maybe what trepidation he has with Spider-Man 4, because of the rumors we didn't get to report on earlier this week that Spider-Man 4 is going to be another multiversal movie, or really, at the base of the report, is multiple industry insiders saying that Sony is adamant about working in their other characters, the characters we may see in Madam Web, the Sinister Six, making it all come together in Spider-Man 4 with a Sinister Six movie on the horizon that would combine all these characters. And from the outside looking in, for someone like Tom Holland, who has been the face of the Spider-Man franchise, you see the third movie in his trilogy feature 2 other Spider-Men, and now Spider-Man 4 apparently wants more of the same with Spider-Women and who knows what other villains from the Sony universe. So I think there probably is a lot more at play here than just simply, hey, I'm down to do Spider-Man 4, what's the script, where do I sign? But I also think at the exact same time, there is no world, there is no outcome where Tom Holland isn't playing Peter Parker through the rest of the Secret Wars and Multiverse saga. A new Spider-Man past that? Sure. Are we going to see Miles in live action and even before Secret Wars alongside Tom Holland's Peter Parker? Yeah, I would suspect that too. And do they have contingency plans if Peter Parker doesn't come back, or rather Tom Holland doesn't return? Yeah, I'm sure. But Marvel's not dumb, Sony's not dumb, and Tom Holland is a huge part of the draw. A huge part of the draw of the billions of dollars that the franchise has made that he so aptly pointed out during this quote. So while I do think he's selling the drama, and I don't think there's any world where he doesn't return, if he isn't under contract now, he knows comments like this can drive the dollar price maybe a little bit higher, and I'm sure as an artist who gets a script from Sony, he's probably got a lot of red lines going through stuff. He's probably got a lot of feedback that he wants to see enacted. Making quotes like this makes sure that A, you're not only going to get the dollars, but you might get the control and input that you want too. He's not just going to blindly agree to be Spider-Man like he would have when he first got the role. But you guys let me know all your thoughts down below on all of this. Spider-Man 4 being a multiversal movie, the introduction of Miles Morales at some point, Sony trying to do a Sinister Six with all of their villains, all of these new Spider-Women showing up in Madam Web and their crossover possibility with Tom Holland, and do you even want to see Tom Holland back as Spider-Man? I'm assuming that you do. What do you want to see out of that fourth film? I am all ears. Leave it in the comments quickly. Let's get into the giveaway stuff before I let you go. Alright, we're still giving away PlayStation 5s at the channel. The next one is at the end of December for What If Finale. We've also got one to coincide with Echo in January when they drop all the episodes at once. If you want to be entered to win, or for any of the future giveaways we do through December for the holiday season, all the same rules will always apply. Hit the subscribe button because you need to be a subscriber, then leave a comment down below. Because it's truly random, the more videos you comment on, the better chance you have of winning. All winners will be announced at the end of videos, the same way we're doing here. The best way to keep up with the content has always been to hit the notification bell with all notifications turned on, and as always, if you like today's video, I'd appreciate it if you'd hit the like button. I want to remind you guys during the holiday season as well, when there are a ton of giveaways being given away on YouTube and other platforms, to stay safe and vigilant. Remember that anybody can take anybody else's photo, including your favorite content creator, claim to be them in the comments, and then ask you to pay shipping for a prize that you've supposedly won. This has been happening in the past on YouTube on my channel. I've taken care of it, or at least YouTube has temporarily, but they're still out on YouTube on other channels, and occasionally I'll see those comments. So please be safe and vigilant. Never pay for shipping. No YouTuber or content creator will ever charge you for that. Never contact anybody or give them your information on a third-party app like Telegram or WhatsApp. And if you should get that comment, my channel or anywhere else on YouTube, make sure you report the comment to YouTube so they can swiftly ban that account even faster than the content creator can themselves. My name is Michael Roman. Find me in a couple of places, Instagram and Twitter at I'mFires. You can also find me on Spotify, YouTube, Amazon, Apple, iTunes under the name Allfires. And while I sincerely appreciate you checking my music out, thanks for checking this channel out. Stick around. We'll be posting again real soon.